Hi, it's Daniel from ImpossibleFab.com. In this video I'm going to show you how to install the IFX intake kit on your Cerato GT.
Okay, we're going to need some tools to do this job. We need a pair of pliers, extension, optional, a ratchet, can also use a spanner, a 8mm and a 10mm socket or spanner.
Okay, with your factory intake removed, so the first thing you want to do is remove these two bolts and remove this piece of plastic. Keep the bolts because we're going to use them in a later step. Okay, then we're going to move over to the fuse box here. Then we're going to take this 10mm bolt out. Okay, that's step one. So step two, we're going to remove this diagnostic sensor by removing this 10mm. So taking one of the bolts from over here, 10mm bolts, we're going to take this diagnostic port, flip it upside down and mount it here. Okay, now you've got the air box. So it mounts on the top of the fuse box here and one of the bolts down there on the side of the car. So you just put it in, twist the box a little bit, locate it down. Ready? So taking the bolt, the other bolt from over here, use this for the bottom mount. Now the factory intake bolts, they won't work with the intake kit. And then you take the nut from the top of the fuse box cover, put that back over here. Ready? So use a 10mm socket to tighten the bolt. Now with this side, you need to push and make sure the intake kit is not rubbing on the radiator hose, and then tighten that up. So next we're going to install the silicon coupler onto the engine. So first install the smaller of the two hose clamps. Slide that over and put the second hose clamp over the top. Get the intake pipe, silicon hose. Slide that silicon hose all the way down until it's at the end. Then install the other end on the engine first, like so. While the pipe's still loose, slide the clamps on, clamp on. Then, using your fingers, just wiggle the silicone hose down. Until it's all the way down. Okay, then we're going to tighten up the clamps. So we're going to start here, this one with the 8mm. Tighten this one. We're going to tighten the silicone hose on the engine just by aligning the silicone straight, bring it down to the bottom. Once again, 8mm. You don't have to over tighten these. Okay. Now with the two silicons aligned, now we can straighten the pipe out, make sure there's not interfering on anything, check for clearances. Okay, once we're happy with the location, tighten up the clamps. You can stop now. Now the pipe's installed, both clamps are tight, install the blow-off valve. So, second to last step, install the breather pipe. Last thing we've got to do is put the filter on. Just slide it down, slip it over the flange. align and tighten.